What's up, guys? How's it going? Ciao, ragazzi. Luca Laporta here, and we're bringing you another episode of the Milan-Guys podcast. We're really keeping consistency with the podcast now. Last Friday was the last episode, so Friday is kind of a good day, especially after a Thursday Europa League match, and we can preview uh, the weekend of Serie A too. So today I bring on a very special guest. This is his debut in the pod. I always talk to him. He always wanted to be on, and you might know him as at Doctor Drug Free on Twitter, but he changed his at now. It's just the Paracelius. I'm gonna call him Para. I guess that's why I've always called him Para. Para, what's going on, man? How's it going?
Hey guys, this is Paracelsus here.
Yeah.
Luke actually mispronounced it. It's at the Paracelsus now, but Dr.
Uh,
Jokesby is still in my bio, so you can still find me there. I'm
yeah.
at the same. I'm always on Twitter, 24 hours.
He is. You are always on Twitter. Every time I do see you on Twitter a lot. And he also is. He's probably. Would you classify yourself as a gift merchant? Definitely.
I have I have master of moving pictures in my bio, so yes, I would call myself a GIF merchant.
I give. Okay, so let's get right into it. First off, we're gonna recap the big win. You know what? Finally, Milan scoring some goals, filling the net uh,
Yeah.
against Austria Vienna.
Hmm.
5-1, a really big win, and definitely I think. And again, I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's a world class victory. It's a statement. It's not. It's
Yeah.
just Austria. However, it could be a confidence booster that could lead the city out to. Um, so just 5-1 win. Ricardo Rodriguez got us started. Actually, well, we conceded first. That I
Hmm.
think, and even though it was a kind of like that goal had like FIFA written all over it. I don't know if you.
Yeah, yeah. It looked like
Like,
a glitch in real life.
oh
Like
yeah, it was terrible. Like
it looked like something I
honestly,
would smash my
yeah,
controller over.
yeah, exactly. Honestly, I blame Donnarumma more than I do Bonucci. Honestly, because
Oh,
Don,
definitely.
I think,
The goal was totally his fault. Like there was no
yeah,
the people were blaming Venucci because obviously it's it's quite easy to blame Venucci in that
yeah,
situation. But
hmm
if you look at the goal, what happened was the ball was like cleared into our half, right? And
yeah,
so Donnarumma comes out, and like when he comes out,
yeah,
he's like lost in two minds. So like by the time he actually comes out of his box, and like he doesn't slide, he doesn't like try and catch the ball, he doesn't try and kick it. He just like stands there with his
yeah.
legs wide open,
I know.
and the dude just pushes it to the side and runs around him. And
Yeah,
Donnarumma's like, "Oh, what just happened?" And
yeah. It was.
now
Yeah,
he's put Bonucci in a difficult spot because now Bonucci is the only one left protecting the goal, and he just has to slide for it. And I don't know. I guess he just didn't slide properly because it just
yeah. I
went
did.
right through his legs.
Yeah, it was like the probably one of the weirdest goals I've seen. Definitely this season, probably in the last few seasons. It's just the ball was rolling so slow, right? And
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what he was trying to do, and the commentator was saying this yesterday here. I'm not sure if we had the same commentator. I think he was trying to control the ball.
Oh
I think,
yeah, definitely. He
yeah, I
wanted
think,
to stand up and keep playing. Like
yeah,
he
which
didn't
is
want to concede a corner.
which you don't really need to do, honestly. Just get it out. I don't really
Yeah.
care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't want to see the corner, but I can see what's
Yeah.
passes now. But honestly, all jokes aside, I said this on Twitter yesterday. Bonucci, ever since that red card, has looked like himself again.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I said it at the time where it was like this red card could honestly just be the best thing for him because he's
Yeah.
played like 90 minutes non-stop every single game. He
Mhm.
could just need a break. Like it happens, but just bench Benucci for a while. Like me and I think Rosso were saying just bench Benucci like he needs it. And like the red card just benched him. So I guess that was what he needed. Ever since the Sassuolo game, he's just been like playing out of his mind.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that, Bonucci, he'll be okay. I'm not, Bonucci's the least of my worries, honestly, because
Yeah,
I want
honestly. I mean,
Bonucci
there was
the whole way.
some hand wringing on Twitter which was embarrassing, where
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, I never wanted Venucci, but
Oh my
why
God,
did we
there's
even buy him?" And I'm just like, "Okay, guys, you need to stop. Okay, it's time to stop. You don't need to posture. You don't need to act like you didn't want Venucci. It's fine. He's in bad form. It happens to everyone. He'll
yeah.
be back."
But you gotta
I'm
remember,
gonna
too,
retweet
yeah,
the
yeah,
I'm gonna retweet the goal. So like anyone who just goes on Twitter now, you can see like
yeah.
the goal that we're talking about. I just retweeted it.
Yo, and Badar just put in the live chat. Montella is a bucktooth loser. Montolivo greater than Belia.
Yeah, I agree with Badar
He
there.
also said, Para, I'm not gonna swear, but he said blank your FIFA career mode.
I haven't actually updated that code in a while because I haven't played FIFA in a while. I need to get back to that just to piss Badar
Oh my God. So yeah, and honestly, you know what? I think it was all around. We after conceding that first goal, we did come back
Oh
and
yeah,
we looked
definitely.
good. We look, you know, and yeah.
I wanted to say so often that like your MCM really thought that Milan would lose that match when we conceded first. Like
Because
there
Monday.
was no doubt in my mind that we would come back because I mean, I think it was Boban that tweeted like 2 days earlier where it was like Austria Vienna have lost like their last 5 league games and like half their starting lineup is injured, so it's gonna be an easy win. And
Okay.
I originally quoted it and I was like, damn, you just gave everyone ammunition for when we win. People would just be like, oh, it's only Austria Vienna and half their
Oh.
lineup was injured. Blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
And like even before we scored, I was already seeing people where it's like, I can't believe Austria Vienna is dominating us in San Siro and Montella has to go. And I'm just like, okay, guys, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to wait for this goal. I'm not going
I
to
know.
indulge you guys today.
You know what though, and I was talking to we were talking before, like just in the last few weeks. And I did say that like we have had a problem scoring goals. Uh,
You see, I didn't agree with that when you said that. I
no,
remember when you said it, but I didn't agree with it.
why not? I think we do.
Because,
We don't score that many goals.
yeah, but do you know the thing? I feel that a Milan schedule has made people lose perspective at times. Because what happens is every single time we play decently well, we are forced to play a ridiculously hard team who proceeds to beat us pretty comfortably in some cases. And then people just like lose perspective because it's like, okay, let me use the example of the Kievo win.
Okay.
So we beat Kievo 4-1, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Suso plays, Chalanori plays, everyone plays. We look great, right? And
Yeah, we
I'm
look
like,
good.
damn, we just beat Quavo 4-1. But now we have to play Juventus. And naturally, we try our best against Juventus, but it's just not enough. Which happens, you know, they're a better team than us. And we lose 2-0. And then we go to Sassuolo and beat them 2-0, which is okay, I guess. It's not amazing, but it's
No, it's
okay.
just yeah.
And then right afterwards, we have to play Napoli and we lose 2-1. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
know. Yeah.
okay, it's like, it's just difficult, you know, to build any sort of form because it's just, we're just playing these difficult ass teams right after we've had a good game. And then we have to immediately go and play like the toughest team. Like
Yeah.
it's tough. Okay. And like watching Milan's games, like I have literally, I'm not exaggerating when I say I have watched every game we've played at least twice this season.
Yeah, you
And
have.
I can say that when people say that we have no game plan or we have no ideas, that is the biggest exaggeration and the biggest like sensationalization that you could ever say because when you watch Milan play, you can clearly see what the players are trying to do. You can clearly see that when we're in possession, there's at least 2 or 3 players where, okay, this is I don't want to talk in American football terms, but like, you can see that when a player has the ball, it's like, okay, here's my first read. I'm going to go there. If he's not open, I'm going to go there. If he's not open, I'm going to give it back to Bonucci or Bia or whoever is
But it's
playing
like a
as the.
cycle though. It's a boring sight, and like
But that's
there's
the
some
thing.
games
That
where
is how.
yeah. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's even entertaining, right? But I'm saying that that is how Montella has decided that he wants us to play. Like, is it the best, the most
Montolivo.
entertaining side of football? No, it's not. But
It's really
it's
not.
to say that we have no idea is just it's a lie. I always say that you are literally lying to everyone's faces when you say that we have no plan or we have no idea because we do. It just so happens, and people forget this, that the other team is playing defense as well. It's not like they can just let us
I
like play
know.
our
I
game.
I
No,
see that,
they're trying to defend as well.
but we're defending too, and they score on us. And like we have a
Okay.
and we have a good. I think we have a good enough backline. I don't think the
Our
backline
defense
is a
is
problem.
actually, I would hate for everyone to hear me say this, but our defense is legit like good.
Yeah,
Do you know
it
why
is
we can
good.
see
No,
so much?
yeah, it's good.
Do you know why we
We
can
can
see
see a
so
lot
much?
though.
We can see so much because earlier in the
Trash.
season we made a crap ton of individual mistakes with gifted
We did.
goals to people, And second of all, every single time we play a big team, that team's talisman just like blows us out of the water.
I don't. Okay, like Higuain has played like 2 good games this year, and the one game against Milan.
Oh, did you see Higuain's goal against? Did
Yeah,
you see me? Did you
I
see how
know.
tightly Romagnoli was marking him?
Yeah,
And he
no,
just like got that shot off like it was nothing.
I
Like
know.
literally, like it
Honestly,
was nothing.
yeah, I was at
Two goals.
I was at Milan Club Toronto for that. Like we were all together in the Milan Club, and like
Oh wow.
everybody just went silent. Like what the like.
The 2 goals that Higuain scored,
Oh,
Milan, are
world
the
class
most
goal.
accurate shots I've seen this season of in like any context in any sport. Like those are the most accurate shots
Yeah,
I've seen.
it's kind of BS. Like if he takes
Like
that shot, if he takes that
I'm
shot
gonna
10 more
retweet
times.
Higuain's first goal, and like the people that are this listening can like see just how little Romagnoli could have done to stop this goal. Like
Yeah,
watch where the ball goes in.
I
Like there is
know.
no,
It's insane. And the second one went off the post.
it's just, and I hate to use the term unlucky, but you can't deny that
I
Milan
know.
has not
No,
been lucky at
we're not.
any of these big games.
We haven't been
I
lucky
mean,
in
we
like
lost to
6 years.
Inter on a last minute penalty.
Which I think was
Like
soft.
how cruel.
Which I think was
Like that
soft.
game was 2-2.
I
That game
know.
was 2-2. It
I
was
know.
so fair. It was
Yeah.
such a fair result. And like we lose on a last minute penalty and like everyone's forgotten that now.
Which
It
was
looks
kind
like
of a soft
lost.
penalty, to be honest. But I think it was
Yeah,
soft.
it was very soft. And now when you look back at the schedule, it's like, oh, we lost into 3-2 and Icardi scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
Man, they didn't even show up. I'm sure the 2 goals were just consolation. But if you watch the game, it's like, damn, Milan was in this. Milan in the second half was the better team. It just so happened that Inter scored the last minute penalty. Like no one cares about how well you played. And it's the same thing with the Roma game as well. You know, we played for the first 70 minutes. We were the better team, but Roma gets 2 chances and they score 2 goals, and no one remembers. So it's tough, and I hate the fact that I am saying exactly what Montella would be saying, because that's the reputation I'm trying to slowly shift myself off of, where people just think that I just like defend Montella blindly, but like you can't deny there is some sense to everything that he says. Not everything, obviously, but like after we lose big games, what the things that he says where he's like, I'm happy with the performance, like
I hate that. I honestly, I don't even care if he like. Here's the thing. He's just adding fuel to the fire when he says it. Like when he smiles, they're like, that's gonna piss everybody off. That pisses
I
me
love
off.
the smiling. I love the smiling just because of how it
You don't. You
annoys
don't love the smiling.
every single person.
Like, oh my god! Like honestly, every time he smiles, oh my god.
The post-game smiles are my drug, honestly. Like
Okay, but like here, are you a big Montella fan or are you just a positive guy? Is it?
Oh no. It's not even like, okay, let me explain for people who are not initiated. Let me explain why people think that I'm this huge Montella fan. So like right from the start of the season, I've been like, okay, guys, I get that like we spent a lot of money, right? But like this stuff doesn't happen overnight. We can't just like
No,
buy
what
a
does
bunch of
happen
players
overnight,
and
though?
win Serie A. But so what happens is like we lose a few big games, right? But the games that we do win, A, we look pretty comfortable, and B, they are against the same types of teams that we didn't look comfortable against last season. Like
Yeah.
we lost so many games to smaller teams last season that we ended up having to like go to the second to last game to qualify for Europe. Whereas like if we had beaten Udinese home and away, if we had beaten Sampdoria home and away, if
Yeah.
we'd beaten Empoli home and away, like we wouldn't even be in that situation. So like
Wait, hold on. No.
apart from
We did beat Empoli home and away, did we? Oh no, we lost them at home.
no, we lost to Empoli. We
At
lost.
home.
They took 3 points from us. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And,
beat
like-
them there. We lost them. That was a sad. I remember that. It was sad.
And so it's like
Montellissimo.
if we struggle against those types of teams, that's when you have to be worried. If we're beating small teams and losing to big teams, for me, that's not as bad as like looking competitive against the big teams and dropping points to like all the Chievo and Sassuolo. Like if we had been dropping points to those people, that's when I would be worried. But the big teams beating us because like they have Icardi and Higuain and Immobile and we don't.
Who do we have?
That's the thing. Our team is brand new. How can we have someone right now?
I don't know.
It's like,
why is Calendar playing every game? I like Calendar. I like him. Honestly, I think he's like a Croatian hitman. I actually like him. However, the fact that he plays 90 minutes every Serie A game, we don't win. It's not like we're winning every game. Change it up, Montellissimo.
I wouldn't even pretend to be a fan of Kalinic because from right before we came, right throughout the summer when he was forcing this move, I'm like, you can't be serious. This guy cannot be allowed to join our club. This guy is the most irritating, most annoying. Like, I know what Montella's playstyle is, and the idea that like Kalinic suits it and Baka doesn't is just like
No,
the
but here's
most
the thing.
lazy.
Here's the thing though with Baka. Baka literally has cement in his cleats. He doesn't move. At least Kalinic moves, and I've seen Kalinic move. Kalinic is more
I
of a
wouldn't
guy.
lie. I wouldn't lie. Kalinic off the ball has some great ideas. Like
He does. He does.
he knows what he's doing. Basically, like even when he gets the ball, he knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah,
And
he's a
it's
good
like
player.
I wouldn't deny that he's a good player, right? But my thing is, if people are gonna like hate on Kalinic, hate on him for the right reasons. Like you can't give Kalinic hate because he hit the bar against Juve, or he's not trying hard enough, or he keeps missing. It's not like he's missing on purpose. It's like he's trying, but it's like they say in basketball, the threes just aren't falling. Like a
Yeah,
player
I know.
can
I saw you tweet
be
that.
the best.
I got really angry when you tweeted that. I
Like
saw
to
you
be the
tweet
best
that.
people shooter, but like it's just not falling today, and it happens. So it's like, I mean, with Kalinic, if you have to understand Montero's logic, where it's like you can't have two young strikers and like
Play
play them
the
like
youngsters.
every
I
single
don't care.
because
Change it up. Change it up. Put in a backline of Gustavo Gomez, Gabriel Paletta, and Christian Zapata for all I care. Win a game. I don't know.
it's difficult. It's difficult because everyone and their mother would play Andre Silva and Cutrone every single game. But I can tell you with utmost sincerity that a team that relies on youth players does not compete for the sort of
I don't
positions that
Hey,
Milan wants to
wait,
compete
hold on.
for.
Hey, can I be the devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
What about Monaco last year?
Okay. One thing you have to understand
I
with
know.
Monaco is
No, I'm just being a prick.
yeah. One thing you have to understand with Monaco is it's not like their entire starting 11 was youth players. Okay, they had Camille Gleek, they had Falcao,
Yeah, Camille
their
Luke was
keeper
really
was
good last season.
experienced as
He
fuck.
was awesome.
What Jardim did well was he mixed in youth with experience well. That's what you have to do. And that's why with Milan, Montella has to be careful because he doesn't want to field an under 20 side, you know? Like, you can't do that. I mean, on paper you can, but you just can't, you know? That's why Bia plays so much because
I like
it
Lucas
would be
Bia,
so
though.
easy. It would be so easy to just play Kessie Locatelli in midfield, just play Suso and Cianoli, play Andre Silva, Cutrone, play Romagnoli, just play youth players, the entire starting lineup. It would look cool, yeah, young Italian, but like I
Yeah,
can guarantee you, watch 2015, 2016 if you don't believe me.
yeah,
Watch the
no,
second half of 2016, 17 if you don't believe me. That team would drop so many points,
yeah,
would lose
no,
so many
yeah,
games because they are kids, and you can't rely on kids. Like you just can't. It looks cool when your team has a lot of youth playing, but like teams that, if you notice, look across all the leagues, the teams that win the league, there's very few youth players in their starting lineup. Very few. You can go Monaco being the notable exception to this rule, and credit to them, God bless them. They won the league with a bunch of youth players,
who's this?
but
Sorry,
that does not happen. It doesn't happen very often in football. The
I
teams that
know, but
win the
I just want
league,
to win. I just want to win matches, to be honest. I
I
guess.
don't think the Milan will have a problem with beating Torino.
uh, uh,
I genuinely don't think so. Like I genuinely
we'll get into that in a bit. We'll get into that in a bit with Torino. However, we do have a nice set of matches. I do think, however, and I say, and you can, this is on the record.
yeah.
I do think that Benevento Calcio di Campania is going to get their first points against us.
I said that it would be hilarious if that happened.
I am absolutely convinced that Benevento Calcio di Campania, Amato Cicciaretti is going to score a banger top corner. I already know. It's written in the stars.
I extremely doubt that. I extremely doubt that.
It's written in the stars, Para. It's literally written in the stars. Like
it would be hilarious. It would be very on brand.
Yeah,
It would be very on brand for that to happen. I wouldn't even lie. It would be so on brand. It would be the most Milan thing ever.
If that happens, that's the end of my TV. It's gone. My TV's gone.
But I can guarantee you that Milan, against the weaker teams, we've looked like we know what we're doing. And against the bigger teams, we've looked outmatched. Well, with the exception of Sampdoria, because that Sampdoria loss, regardless of how good they are now, at the time they had no business beating us. Like none. If Montella had gone in there with the right idea and like set us up to succeed, we would have won that game easily, but he didn't, and we lost. That's the one game where it's like, I don't even blame any of the players, even though both the goals were mistakes. That's the one game where it's like, that is 100% Montella's fault, like 100%.
Which one?
Sampdoria, away at Sampdoria.
Oh, yeah, that was Montella. Montella's
Yeah,
fault.
that was Montella. Like, he did not set us up to succeed in the slightest.
Mhm.
Literally because the formation that Sampdoria uses is, okay, I don't want to get too deep in tactics talk right now, but
Yeah.
I just know that it was Montella's fault. Like, it just know that even though both the goals were individual mistakes, that game is the one game where you can point to and say that is on Montella.
We had nothing. That was a game where we had no attacking ideas.
Yeah, and save that game, right? Every other small team we played, we've comfortably, even though some fans will tell you, the fans that want to win 5-0 every game, they will tell you that we didn't look comfortable, but every other smaller team we played, we've comfortably beaten them.
Okay, yeah.
Except Genoa, but Genoa, I don't know how much you can do about that because obviously you're playing with 10 men and it just happens, sometimes where you just have so many chances and none of them go in. So I don't know about that Genoa game.
Yeah.
But every other smaller team we've played, we've looked very comfortable. And against Torino, I don't see what will change because it's like, you don't want to be too overconfident, obviously. Like, even Montella will say you can't underestimate anyone. But right now, if you look at Torino, right, they're right below us in the table. Like, they're 2 or 3 points below us. So they're about the closest match we have in terms of quality. And their last few games, they haven't been amazing, They've, like, drawn 1-1 twice in a row. Like, they drew with Inter and they drew with Chievo. It's like they haven't been on amazing form. And they've had problems scoring goals as of recent. Like, they haven't gotten Velotti. He's not been, like, at his imperial best. So looking at that Torino game, I'm not, like, scared. And I'm just like, if we go there, if we play our game the way we always, if we played the way we played second half at Napoli against Austria Vienna, second half at Sassuolo, first half at Juve, if we go there and just play the way we've been playing, we will win that game quite comfortably. Yeah. Because we are a better team on the surface. And the problem we've had in recent weeks is that we might be good, but that crop of Juve, Napoli, Inter, Roma, Lazio is just better than we are right now. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. It sucks to hear, obviously, after we spent that much money. But that's just the way it is, where those teams are better than us right now. So of course they beat us. In the second leg, who knows? We might beat Inter, we might beat Roma, we might beat Lazio. No one knows. But in those first legs, they were better.
Mm-hmm. No,
I just don't think that. I feel that some fans have overcorrected and have then taken the position of, like, Milan is bad, and it's like, because we lost to Napoli,
we are kind of
lost to Juve, and we lost to Roma, we are bad. Like, we're a bad team. Like, we're worse than Bologna, and it's like, Milan is not worse than Bologna. You guys need to calm down. We lost a close game to big teams. We look competitive doing so, but we lost. That does not mean that our team is, like, objectively bad. Like, I can guarantee you that we will play Torino. We will look better than Inter did at Torino, and we will win that game.
Okay.
I have utmost confidence.
Okay. So, we have a few questions in the live chat. We'll get to those first. Palacio fan said, any thoughts on the reports from the New York Times about Lee Young-Hung Lee? Any worries?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't really like to talk about the financial aspect of football because
I don't know anything. We don't know.
I'm not like I like economics, but I'm not an economist, right? So even in terms of, like, transfers I always say, like, I don't care about transfer rumors. I don't care about any of that. If Milan buys a new player, that's fine. God bless him. He's now a Milan fan. He's now a Milan player. I'm going to support him. But I'm not, like, refreshing Di Matteo, seeing who is Milan going to buy. Like, I don't care about that aspect.
I do, but I don't really care. I don't really care about the financial. Like, I don't. Here's the thing, and this is why I said, like, a few days ago. All these people are tweeting, like, "Oh, I think this and I think that." It's like, well, like, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything.
That's like, no one knows except Fasone.
And Fasone
has repeatedly said, guys, we know what we're doing. We're not, like, idiots, okay? And, like, Berlusconi said that he would not sell this club to people who didn't have the money to buy it. Like, obviously, he loves Milan. He's not going to sell Milan to a bunch of idiots. That would be a very on-brand thing for him to do, but I just doubt that he would ruin a club that he loves that way. So like I don't know about the money stuff. All I know is we had a bunch of debts and Elliot took over the debts and we couldn't pay back Elliot, so another company took over the debts from Elliot and we have to pay them. And like they'll sort it out. It's fine. They're professionals. They know what we're doing. Worry about what you can worry about, guys. Don't worry about the money stuff. It's not your money. Okay, just relax.
Yeah. Here's another question here. Let's read it. Let's see. So Badar says thoughts on Inter Milan probably playing a derby in the quarterfinals of the Copa in early January.
Damn.
I think you know what I can answer this one. I think that depends because if Milan are in the same spot they are in the table right now, Badar, if we're still 7th or 8th place and we're way out, we'll take that match more seriously than Inter would, I think, because the Copa could be our way of if Europa League doesn't work, I don't know. It could be our way of getting through because Champions League is the goal, even if through Europa League. I don't know, and I don't know. But again, that Europa League would be the spot for Coppa Italia. Yeah.
I think that if we play Inter in the Coppa Italia quarterfinals, would it be over 2 legs or would it just be one? Would it just be one game?
Yeah.
Would it be over 2 legs?
The quarterfinal, I don't believe so. No, I think the quarterfinal is just one game, and the semifinal is a 2-leg.
Okay, I don't think that. I think that if Milan and play, if Milan and Inter play, we will draw 2-2. That's all I know because our teams are evenly matched. I know Bada will obviously object to this, but the truth is, ever since last season, every time Milan and Inter play, the score is 2-2 because our teams are equal right now. We might not be on equal form, but quality-wise, when you look at our team, like overall, we are equal. I don't know who will win, but I am leaning towards draw. That's what I think. So if it had to go to penalties or whatever the tie-breaking is in Coppa Italia,
Yeah.
I think Milan could win on penalties, but I don't think we can beat them. I don't think we can beat them like outright. I don't know.
It depends on how they approach the match. I think it depends. If Inter are fighting for the Scudetto, they're not going to put.
I just hate playing Inter because they could put fucking like 10 6-year-old children on the field and Icardi, and they would have a chance just because Icardi is playing. That's why I hate playing Inter. It's like you can't just beat them. Like you can't just like, okay, we're just gonna play Inter and win because Icardi is playing.
Well,
like,
Icardi is like one of those guys.
That guy can just decide on his own that I'm not losing this match. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not losing, and he's not gonna lose. Like
Icardi is.
I just hate playing Inter.
He's one of those guys who can get 2 touches in a match, and those 2 touches are goals.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but whatever. That's a good question. There's one more question, then we'll go on to Milan-Torino on Sunday. Palacio fan said, "Who's been your worst transfer so far?" I want to see your thought on this, and I think for me, I think I have one in mind, but
I can guess what yours is gonna be. Well, Palacio fan, my worst transfer is very obviously Antonio Donnarumma because he has no business being at Milan. I know that's not what we wanted to hear, but I understand what you're saying. In terms of the real transfers we've made, I would say that the worst is probably in terms of the ones who've had an actual part to play and looking at like how everyone has played, it would have to be okay. Let me see.
I think for
this
me,
is tough because we've got so many players.
Yeah, but
and I like all of them. Like I like all of them. So it hurts
so do I.
for one of them the worst. But the worst in my view, it would have to be Çalhanoğlu just because he hasn't been bad.
No,
he hasn't been bad. Just because he has had up till this point of all of the new players, he's had the least influence.
He has
on Milan winning and losing games.
Bonucci's not the worst transfer, Nikita. No way.
Apart from like the first leg in Austria Vienna,
he was really good.
Apart from that game, he hasn't really been the reason we've won any game. But every other transfer, at least once, at least 3 times, they have been a big reason we won a game. And
Yeah.
it's harsh on Challenor. I'm still a big fan. I still believe in him 100%, even though Statito doesn't. I still believe in him 100%. He's a good player. People will tell you he's a bad player, but he's not a bad player.
I just think
He's
he's not
just
like,
very
I don't know. He's kind
he's
of.
just very mentally. His mentality isn't the strongest. Like if you compare his mentality to like Bonaventura's mentality, he's just not. His mentality is very. He needs like parental care in
Yeah,
terms of
it seems
coaching
like
and like.
it's like that Calhanoglu is just not like he can't really beat his man one-on-one. Like just his first touch sucks, and I don't understand. Like
Okay,
like
let me
he
just say
gets
that.
possessed a lot though. He does.
I think Calhanoglu, for one, he has suffered from the system we play because
Oh yeah, for
Montella
sure.
hasn't really found a way to use him in his best role, which is as an attacking midfielder. But that's a consequence of us buying Bonucci and having to play with three defenders. And even though I would buy Bonucci again if he gave me the chance, you can't deny that us buying Bonucci has put like a tactical like wrench in everything that we planned for. Because originally the plan was 4-3-3, Musacchio and Romagnoli, and Milan is happy we play how we've always played. But you can't pass up signing Bonucci, and signing Bonucci means three defenders. And for to Montella's credit, even though everyone will hate me for saying this, to Montella's credit, as of recent, he has found a way to play three defenders, play Suso and Bonaventura at the same time, and play Rodriguez, which is what literally everyone was complaining about at the start of the season. Oh no, we can't play 4-3-3. How are you going to get the best out of Rodriguez in the 4-3-3? So he moved to wing back. Oh no, we can't play three at the back. How are we going to leave Bonaventura and Suso off the pitch when they're our best players? And now Suso and Bonaventura are both playing in a three at back formation with Rodriguez as a wing back, and people still complain. And it's like, okay, I don't know what else you want, but that's just how Milan is right now. You have to accept it. I would love for us to go back to 4-3-3, but that's not going to happen. And it sucks because that's probably a formation where Calhanoglu would look the best. But to his credit, whenever we've used the three at the back with Bia as DM and Kessie and Calhanoglu just ahead of him and Calhanoglu in a central position and Kessie sort of to the right, he's been okay. It's not that he's been bad, okay? He's been fine. He's not been like game changing or anything, but he's been fine. He's done what's asked of him. Excuse me. Apart from the AS Roma game where he got a red card stupidly, for the most part, he's done what's asked of him, and that's good enough, I guess, for a 23-year-old. Like, still very young. Yeah, most people look at Calhanoglu and think he's like 27. Like, he's still a kid. He's still got a long way to go in terms of like being a finished product. So he's definitely the worst. I don't think Nikita is correct in saying Bonucci is the worst because he just had a run of bad games early in the season.
He also has to adapt to a system, right? Especially in Italy. In Italy, the tactics are it's different. It's like a chess match, right? In Italy,
yeah, in a sense.
From going into
I would say though that
you take some time to get used to for that. So Bonucci is the least of my worries. The least of my worries.
Yeah. And apart from Calhanoglu, one would obviously have to say, even though it's not his fault, Conte, since he hasn't played because he's been injured, and it sucked that he got injured. Mm-hmm. But looking at it on paper, he's the transfer who has had the least to do. So I guess you could say he's the worst transfer.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get right into a preview of Milan-Torino this Sunday. It's a 9 a.m. game Eastern time. So it's a 3 p.m. time in Italy. So it's an afternoon kickoff at San Siro. So as of right now on the table, we sit in 7th place. Sampdoria is ahead of us, but they are very far ahead of us. They're not. It's a 7-point gap. I guess not that far. I guess.
Two wins.
If Sampdoria lose, we win. If Sampdoria,
I'm telling you, man,
we win. I know.
These league tables change so quickly. You guys are gonna eat your fucking words by the time it's May and Milan is like in some other position other than.
But remember that if Torino do beat us, though, they go ahead of us, so we go to 8th. Yeah, and if Fiorentina, so if we lose and listen, if we lose and Torino, Fiorentina, Bologna, and Chievo all win, we go to 10th.
Okay, that is very worrying. But I can assure
essentially, if we lose to Torino, Montella out. It has to be.
Oh yeah, I would 100% be Montella out if we don't get 15 points out of 15 from these games.
Yeah,
Unless it's some kind of bullshit. Maybe we can see the penalty in the 90th minute or some
yeah, that's gonna
shit
happen.
like that.
That's
That's
gonna happen.
not his fault. But if we get outplayed
Milan
in
gets screwed
any of
like
those
that a lot.
games, if we lose any of those games fair and square, I am 100% Montella out. I'm on the record now. This is on the internet.
Yeah,
Anyone can
on
see
the
this.
internet,
Like,
iTunes,
yeah,
Google Play, everything.
yeah, I am 100% Montella out if we don't get 15 out of 15 points in these next five
And
Serie A
just a
games.
reminder for all the city for the next five Serie A games. So we have Torino on Sunday, then we have Benevento Calcio di Campania the next week. Then we have Bologna at home, and then we have Hellas Verona away.
That's
Uh,
fine. That's fine. That's doable.
no, sorry, that's 4 games. And then we have Atalanta. Atalanta might be a little tough.
We'll beat those guys.
But it's at
We'll
home.
draw. We'll draw. We'll draw.
It's
We'll
at
draw.
home,
We'll
though. We
draw.
should beat them at home.
We'll draw.
And then we
We'll
have
draw.
Fiorentina after that. So
Dude, last time we beat Atalanta.
Well, we beat them.
Exactly.
The last time we beat Atalanta was, I think it was the last game of the season. The one when Bonaventura made his return there and scored 2 goals. I think that was the last game of the season. It was in like May, like two
We
two
played.
years
We
ago, 3
played.
years
We
ago.
played Cagliari last May, and we
No,
lost
no, no,
2-1.
no. It wasn't last year. It was the year before that.
Oh, in 2015, 2016.
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
It was when we had the jersey with the last season of the white logo, the white crest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's still been a while ago. Like
That's a long time.
Atlanta,
Yeah, exactly. But
they
so they
always
kind
they
of have
always
our
bring us
number.
stuff.
They kind of have our. So we'll see. Um, I don't know. Torino's going to be a tough match, and you know what? With all my Andrea Belotti hate that I've given him in the past week because he choked it for the Azzurri in the playoff. I
That was so
guarantee.
unreasonable, man. I was fearing for your life, honestly.
You
That
know,
when
you
Italy
know
lost
what?
that
No,
game.
honestly, honestly, if you're given an opportunity to shine in a big moment, you choke it and you choke your country. I'm gonna get mad. Him and Immobile both pissed me off. So I mean,
Actually, like, first of all, the fact that he even got there is a credit to him because,
I
like,
know, but Belotti's that header, you saw it, right? It was easier to miss than it was to
I mean,
score.
it's a difficult header,
Sorry,
though. I mean, come on, like,
it was easier to score than it was to miss.
I mean, he's heading it back across the post. That's number one. And number
I
two,
don't
it's so
know.
easy.
I
It's
think
so
I think
easy
I
to
scored
miss time your jump. He got under the header. There was too much on it. Like, it's difficult. Okay, I'm not a professional, so I can't pretend to be like an expert on like heading
I
and
don't
stuff.
know,
But
but then Ciro Immobile had like 2 chances to score in the second leg, and he didn't either. So it's like, oh my
I
gosh,
just feel that Ventura didn't put Italy in a position to succeed, so
they
that's
did
the
it,
man
but
you should
the
win.
players play on the
Those
field
players,
too, though.
those players did all they could, man. Like I
I
don't
don't
blame those
know.
players one bit.
I don't know. I don't know. I blame the
They
players.
did all they could.
I blame the players too. The players are that's kind of an embarrassment, but I don't want to talk about that. I'm not over it still. So, um, but yeah, I think Belotti's probably gonna score just so I can eat my words. But then again,
Uh,
Belotti did really bad for him. He missed a penalty last week too. Uh,
yeah, I saw that.
you know what? If Belotti scores like 10 goals this season, then Caro is an absolute idiot. At the Torino's director because he could have got 60, 70 million for him last summer, and if he has a bad season this year,
It's
he's
frankly embarrassing that so many people wanted Belotti after just one season for Torino, and I was just like, you
well,
guys
no,
need to
I,
calm
I
down.
wanted him, but not for 100 million. Not
I
no
just feel
way.
that
There's no
if
way.
if we had gotten Belotti and Andre Silva in the same summer, that would have been a disservice to both of them, and both of their development would have been stifled because they have to play on the same team and
We
compete for the same minutes.
we actually we
So
actually tried. We actually tried for Belotti like late in the
I
season.
would have been against it, frankly. If we hadn't gone Andre Silva, I would have 100% been for Belotti. But since we got Andre Silva, I'm like, okay, that's our guy.
Yeah, Andre Silva.
Someone
Yeah.
I just hope he stays at Torino for as long as possible. I just hope he does what Harry Kane does and just like stays at Torino and makes them good. Like
I don't
you don't
know.
need to you don't
No,
need to go to
I
Real
think
Madrid.
I think the Azzurri starting striker should be playing for Torino personally, but like
I don't know,
Tottenham are a
man.
bit bigger than Torino right now. Bit better. They're way better.
I mean, both of them are still very small clubs.
Yeah, but I think so. I think Tottenham is a bit of a bigger club. They have a little bit higher expectations than they play in the Champions League in
That's
the
fair.
Europa
That's
League.
fair. But I think that Belotti staying at Torino at least until the World Cup was the best move for him because It's the World Cup. Yeah, you don't want to go to a new club and like struggle and then like maybe lose form and then you don't get to go to Russia. But even though now he's not going to go to Russia.
Yeah, exactly. So
But
wait, so yeah, so let's get into a formation talk. Do you think Montella and Suso just returned back to training today, so he's gonna be back for Sunday? Does Suso start from the start, or do we put Gutrone and Silva because they both scored a brace yesterday?
I think what's likely to happen is that we go back to the formation we used at Sassuolo, which is like a kind of
Three,
two
four,
at the
two,
back,
one.
but like yeah, with Suso and someone, either Chanlolu and or Bonaventura, Suso and someone behind a striker. That striker could be Andre
Which would be
Silva.
Kalinic.
It could be Kalinic. It could be Andre Silva. It
I
could be
just don't
Cutrone. We
understand
don't
why
know.
he doesn't give him like when you look at Andre Silva, it's like he has 0 Serie A goals, but his games that he played against were against Inter, Roma. He came on against Napoli. Like, what? How many goals is he going to score against Napoli, Roma, and Inter?
Exactly. It's harsh on him, and I will say that Milan fans deserve the Andre Silva banter because you guys talked way too much about Gabigol last year, and you
Okay, but
basically made it so easy for Inter fans to just banter you this season because you guys talked so much about Gabigol, like so much.
Gabigol
Especially
actually is
Nikita,
terrible.
if you're watching,
He's actually
Nikita,
a bad footballer.
Nikita, if you're watching this, the Andre
He is
Silva slander
actually a
is your fault for talking about Gabigol so much. I want you to know that. I want
But
you to know that,
Gabigol is
Nikita.
actually terrible. He's actually a bad footballer. Like he literally has 15 minutes for Benfica this year. 15, 1-5. He has
Wow.
15 minutes. Like imagine playing 15 minutes.
That
Like
that would
like
that would be
Andre Silva he's the top scorer in Europa League right now. He scores goals. Like he scores for Portugal every single game. Like you know what I mean? So like it's not
yeah.
like okay. Well,
If it
well
was up to me, I would start Andre Silva, right?
yeah,
I
so
just
would I.
don't think
So would
that
I.
he
And
will
then I
play.
think and then if we're down, you put in Cutrone or Calendar or something like
Yeah,
that. If we're
yeah.
up,
And even if we're up, still give Cutrone a chance. You know, he deserves. He hasn't played in Serie A for like a month now. Like, just play him. Jesus.
yeah, it's pretty,
Anyway,
and like, and the camera will show Silva on the bench. He's sitting there like, what the hell? Like,
yeah,
anyway, so we're gonna wrap up soon, but let's just talk about. So, I think the formation, and there hasn't been any probable ones yet. It's a little too early, but I think that so we're gonna stay with a three. I think the 3-4-2-1 makes more sense because we are playing Torino at home. So I think we want.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. They're not
I
ultra
do think
even.
Suso starts because he's back at training today. So I do think
Yeah,
Suso starts.
he should start on like that right hand side, that
He will.
inside right where he started at Sassuolo.
He will. So
And
I think it would be. I think it'd be. I'm not sure if Romagnoli is going to be 100% fit or not. So he has a flu still. So he'll probably go with Zapata, Romagnoli, and no, sorry, Zapata, Musacchio, Bonucci at the
yeah,
back.
that would be fine.
Yeah, Zapata, Bonucci, and Musacchio. And then you'll probably have Borini on the right, which he's been absolutely fantastic. Borini's been fantastic on the
Yeah,
right
no
side.
doubt. He's been great. Credit
He's
to
been
him.
great, and people are like, "Oh, like he's not been that good." Like, you know what? No, people don't understand that when you're in professional football and you have a position that you played your whole life, how hard it is to go to a different position and perform that way in big matches. And it's not like
Yeah,
Borini's only played well against Sassuolo and in Europa League. He played well against Inter. He played well against Roma. He played decent. He
yeah,
played
he's been
Napoli.
great.
Played for decent
Bruni is
Napoli.
Bruni is one of those players where like coaches just love him because like he's
His
very
work ethic.
intelligent
His
and
work
like
ethic is
he
huge. Work
he
ethic.
can do everything you ask him to. Like
Yeah, he's a great guy to have in the room. He's a great teammate, and I truly he's fitting great as a wing back, especially on the right side. And I hope he starts every single game. He's fit. He's probably the most fit player on the team. So
yeah,
he's been good. So I think Borini. I like to see what's interesting. I'm not sure if Biglia will play or not or Locatelli. I'm thinking Biglia will play. I'm thinking
yeah. If
it'll be
it
like
was up to me,
I think it'll be a uh Kessie Biglia.
yeah, Cassie Villa is most likely. I would personally prefer Cassie Montalivo, but it's not up to me. So Cassie Villa. But on the
Montolivo had
left,
a really nice game against Napoli. I didn't watch the match live, but I
nah.
rewatched it. He had a nice match.
I've been trying to tell you all about Montalivo, but you'll just think I'm like playing around. I'm like,
Well, no,
this dude is
he has been like trash since his injury. His injury killed.
okay. First of all, I mean, okay, that's fair to say. That's fair to say, right?
Yeah, like
But
his injury sucks.
the fact that people dislike Montalivo so much, I
I
feel
don't
that
dislike him. Like, I think he's a good like he seems pretty respected in the room. I don't know. People seems like the people like.
yeah, I mean, people don't like that he's captain, and they don't like that he looks like
Yeah,
a
but he got
lesbian, as they
yeah, but
say,
he's not.
or
Yeah, but he's not. Apparently I look like Montalivo. I don't see it. I don't see it. I truly don't like at all.
that's just what Diego says to
Yeah,
annoy
no,
you.
it's because he did a face swap on Snapchat, so it just looks like it looks like that my face fits in it, but really I don't look like him at all. Um,
Mm.
anyways, so I think it probably Kessie Belia just because Belia's fit, and we're gonna use as much as we can for the next 2 3 seasons.
Yeah, and
Um,
then Rodriguez on the left,
Rodriguez on
so
the left. Rodriguez
that's
is
like kind of
I think Rodriguez could almost be
kicks itself.
classified as world class, and he's a very good player.
The only part that would be interesting to me is because the back eight of like Donnarumma, Zapata, Bonucci, Romagnoli slash Musacchio, Barini, Kessie, Bia, Rodriguez. That part is fine. The part that's interesting to me is whether he chooses to go with two strikers or two attacking midfielders because Suso is playing, and if he goes Suso, Bonaventura, and the striker, that could that's basically the same lineup as Sassuolo. That's him saying that okay, we're gonna try and dominate possession, or we're gonna try and work the chances. We're gonna try and build out from the back. We're gonna try and play how we've played all season, and we will get our chances. We'll get our goals. If
Yeah,
he goes with two strikers, if he goes with like against Austria, basically, if he goes with the same setup as Austria, that's that's a bit more aggressive, and I would be fine with it, especially at home against Torino. That's a bit more aggressive, but the problem with that is then you kind of lessen the chances of Suso playing because he can't play like right in the midfield as Metzala, as you guys say. He
yeah,
can't be that, but Çalhanoğlu can be that. So it's interesting if he goes with two strikers. I doubt he will, just because if Suso is playing, then it has to be one striker. That's just how I come to understand it, because
yeah,
it means that two strikers means it has to be someone and someone in the box, and then the third person is right in the midfield. Suso kind of works as that link. He's not really a midfielder, not really a forward. He's just like in between, just floating around there.
mhm,
And if we play with two strikers, Suso can't do that.
yeah,
So it would most likely be Çalhanoğlu or Bonaventura. Most likely Çalhanoğlu in that role. So if Suso plays, he will probably play with Çalhanoğlu or Bonaventura and then behind the striker. I think
yeah.
that's more likely just because it worked well against Sassuolo and there's no reason to go away from it. Whether that striker will be Kalinic,
I
it's
know what I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen any probable lineups yet, right? I don't think
yeah,
you.
not yet.
I don't think
Yeah, but
the papers will probably come out with it for tomorrow.
yeah,
For tomorrow's paper. Oh, you're yeah, and Cutrone averages a goal every 118 minutes, and Andre Silva averages a goal every 123 minutes. So I think they should get a shot to play in City A.
I personally would start Andre Silva because out of
Yeah,
anyone in our team, he has earned. If this was truly a meritocracy, there is no reason why he would not be starting. But
agree.
because Montella is rather stubborn, and because he has this idea of saying Andre Silva is still a young player and Serie A is more tough and there's not as much space in Serie A, and Kalinic is more experienced, he will always find a way to justify starting Kalinic.
Yeah,
But if this was a pure meritocracy, Andre Silva would definitely be starting. And I think just for his performance yesterday, he has earned at least this game. At least this game. He's
mhm,
earned the right to start. If you
yeah,
play him and he drops a 2 out of 10, then you can take him off and bring on Kindness. God bless you. But just for
yeah.
this game,
I think it all
just play him.
depends. It all depends on the first half. If it's 0-0 still, then we'll see it out. If Torino goes up 1-0 and we're losing, and we have that one striker, then we'll obviously see a second striker come on.
Yeah.
Like I think that if for example, I say Çalhanoğlu starts, for example, he'll come off at like the 60th minute for another striker.
Yeah. That would make sense. I think that if we score one or two goals in the first half, then Montella, last season, he would have brought on a defender and tried to protect it. I think that now that will make him see that okay, it's a chance for other guys to play. So he could bring on Cotrone, he could bring on Locatelli, he could bring on some other guys, get them reasonable playing time. So I just hope best case scenario for us is 2-0 lead at halftime, and like some younger guys get to play, and it's like everything goes fine. That's the best case scenario for me.
I agree. I think that makes the most sense.
Someone on the chat asked, "Would you buy Sime Vasalico for 20 million?" I
Oh yeah,
wouldn't, just because we have
that's Diego.
Andrea Conti
That's
injured.
Diego.
And wait, is that Diego?
I believe so. Yeah.
Holy shit! Is that? Oh, what's up, dude? That's my boy.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I think because we have Andrea Conti, and now we even have Fabio Bonini who can play that position. So I don't think that.
Yeah, and we have the Primavera kid that Ahmed Bader
Oh,
has a hard on for.
Bellanova.
Yeah, whatever his name is, he seems to be quite good if he's practicing with the first team. So I would hold off on buying any fullbacks right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of Vitalico. Like, when he was at Sassuolo, he made our lives hell. I was very sad when he went to Atletico Madrid because I knew that he just wouldn't play a lot there because they have Juan. But now they seem to be shipping him out. And I would say whatever team does get him will be getting a very good fullback. But I just don't think
it might be Napoli.
Yeah, if they're selling Husai, then it makes sense for them to get him. But I don't think he has a place in Milan just because we have a fullback crisis. But Diego is kind of being hostile right now. Okay, we still have Andrea Conti. Okay, we're not going to spend 20 million. We're not going to spend 20 million on 2 right backs, Diego. That just doesn't make much sense. We can't buy. We can't have. It would make sense if we loaned him. Okay, if we loaned him and then when Andrea Conti healed up, he went back. That would be fine. But we're not spending 20 million on a right back when we have Conti, Calabria, and Abate and Barini who can play there. It just doesn't make much sense.
What's up with the Barini slander? He's been good against big teams. He did not get bullied against Inter. He did not get bullied against Roma. And I rewatched it. He didn't get bullied against Napoli. I don't think he was the problem at all.
He wasn't the problem against Napoli. The problem against Napoli. Okay, I'm not going to get into that right now.
No. We don't have time for that
either. Diego, you need to calm down. Europa League is going to get 2 or 3 times more difficult. Yes, definitely it will. But we have too many right backs right now. They might all be injured, but they are still on the payroll. We can't just spend 20 million on a right back. Okay, we have 3. We could have had Deshio, but you guys, I'm not going to get into that right now. But we have enough.
Yeah,
Vitalico is fine, but we have enough.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it off soon. Before we do, prediction for Milan-Torino on Sunday, and a true realistic prediction.
Realistic prediction. I think that we could win 2-1. Like, if we might score 2 goals early and then just kind of try and coast, and then Torino might get one back, and everyone will lose their minds for a few minutes, but we'll survive. So 2-1, pretty realistic.
Any goal scorer predictions?
I would guess Suso just because he's been scoring so much, and I see no reason why he wouldn't continue that form against the weaker in quote team. So 2-1, Suso gets the goal, maybe a free kick. I hope.
Who else?
The second goal, maybe a Romagnoli header from a free kick since he's been scoring so much. If he plays, yeah. If he doesn't play,
I have a weird feeling. And someone just said in the chat too, if Kalinic plays, he scores.
That would be a kick in the face to much of Milan Twitter that I would enjoy a lot. So I am rooting for that as well.
Okay, all right. In my prediction, honestly, I have 2 predictions. I think we can go one of 2 ways. I think either we lose 2-0 to Torino. It's a 1-0 game all game. We don't score, and they score a counterattack goal in the 89th minute and beat us 2-0. Or we come out like we should, and we win 2-0 ourselves.
Okay. So both of us are being pretty cautious. We don't think it's going to be like a blowout.
No, it's not going to be a blowout. Yeah. Torino have a decent side.
Yeah, they are nice relatively, but
yeah.
Oh my God, Diego. Okay, wait. First, Diego, just relax. Okay, breathe. We are a big team. We are a big team in bad form, but we are a big team. Second of all, it doesn't make much financial sense to spend 20 million on one right back when you just spent 20 million on another right back who is the same age and who will come back from injury fairly soon. It doesn't make sense. If we buy Vitalico in January, Conti comes back from injury in February or March. What sense does that make? You can't justify it, especially since you're so adamant that Milan is broken, has no money, and the debtors are going to come kill us and we're going to be bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. Why are you advocating for us to spend money on a right back when we are in quote unquote financial trouble? Okay, Diego, so just relax.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it for this episode. We covered a lot. Thanks for everybody who listened in the live chat. It was huge. They asked some nice questions, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Para, thanks again for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. I can't believe it. I don't know why I pronounced your name wrong. It's Paracelsus, yeah?
Yes, Paracelsus. It's
I don't
like
know why. I don't know
the
why I said,
degrees Celsius,
yeah.
but without the I. So
Yeah. I don't know why I said Paracelius. I just said it. I didn't even read it. I just said it. I don't know. Anyways, it was a pleasure having you on. I think, if you want to be on again, let me know because I will definitely have you back on.
Yeah.
Thanks for your insight and your positivity on Twitter and your gifts. So make sure, guys, you follow him on Twitter. It's not Dr. Drug Free anymore. It's just the Paracelsus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's his Twitter. We'll tag it in the tweet. Remember, guys, our podcast is now on iTunes, Google Play, aside from YouTube. So in a few hours, when it publishes to iTunes, Google Play, we'll tweet out the links. Please, on iTunes, Google Play, give us a review, give us a good rating. Please leave a comment, even a constructive criticism comment too. Those always help. So yeah, thanks again for listening, guys. Thanks for being in the live chat, and we'll see you maybe next week. Forza Milan this Sunday. Para, thanks again, man.
Yeah, anytime.
Yep, ciao ragazzi, Forza Milan.